Hey everyone, this is Steven with Our Hometown, and today we have another tutorial for you. Last week we covered the newsletters, create a new newsletter. This week we're going to go over automated newsletters. So if you missed last week's tutorial, then feel free to go check out the create newsletter tutorial where you can learn how to design and use all the tools to build a newsletter. Today, what we're actually doing is showing you how to use the automated newsletter. So again, you're going to come over to your left side panel and click on newsletter. That's going to bring us to this page that we're on, and we'll hover over newsletters drop down and then click automated newsletters. Now this is going to be great for when you want to send a consistent email that you don't want to have to redesign. You want it to just automatically fill the email that you've previously designed and then send it out whenever you have predetermined it to be sent out. So I've already created 2 emails that we're going to be looking at today. What we'll do, just for sake of showing you guys, you'll click on new channel, and that is going to create a brand new channel down here at the bottom. So our numbers are a little off because I've created and deleted quite a few, but this is number 13. That's our new one. We're not actually going to be using that, but that's how you see how to create it. So I'm just going to go back over here and click delete. Here are 2, and we will proceed. Here are 2 that I made earlier so that we can not have to spend more time filling, but we can just go with the content and how that works. So number 11 is one that I've created. It's the upcoming events weekly automated newsletter. So what we'll do, again, the last video you can see design, but for now we're going to click on configure. So now that we've clicked on configure, we can see the configuration, we can see the newsletter preview, we can see the status. This is how we're going to schedule when we want the newsletters sent out. So what we have to start with is the channel name. This is basically, it's only for your use. It's for internal use. No one else is really going to see this. This is just going to be the title of the newsletter so you can go back and see if it's been effective. So again, this was newsletter number 11, but I titled it Upcoming Events Weekly Automated Newsletter, meaning it's going to get sent out every week, and it's going to be whatever the upcoming events are. So if you guys want to be the hotspot for your community to figure out where and when the popular events are going to be, this is a great way to do it by sending out a weekly automated events newsletter that links directly and pulls directly from your website, and it shows you the most recent or the most popular upcoming events that you have written articles about. The subject, you probably don't want it to be empty because it'll just create its own from your first line. So the subject will just say something along the lines of events that you won't want to miss this week. Just whatever you can come up with that gets the idea across that this is going to be an email that includes lists. Now, lists of events. Now, what we have here is the list you want to send it to. I've created a new list, and if you don't know how to create a list, it's pretty straightforward. You'll just go hover up to the top again, list building, go over to lists, click on it, and you can create a list. But for now, that's not what this video is about. This video is about selecting that list. So we have a bunch. We have paying subscribers. We can send it to everyone, paying subscribers, advertisers, non-paying newsletter subscribers, home improvement, health, food. I've created event updates and sports updates for this specific one. So people who've signed up or people you want to get the event updates list, go ahead and select that. And we want to go weekly on, I've selected Friday. So we'll click on Friday. It originally said no. We'll just go to Friday, click yes, and then every Friday, weekly, it's going to go out because this is a weekly list. If you wanted bi-weekly events and you wanted to send the letter out every other week, the newsletter every other week, then you could say monthly, and you still want it on Fridays, we could do the first, third, and fifth Friday of every week, and that would be bi-weekly. But for now, I really think weekly events should be sent out weekly. So every Friday, you can do that whatever day you want. Send them out Monday morning, send them out Saturday afternoon, Sunday evening, whatever you feel like. And we'll have them delivered Friday at noon, right around lunchtime when people are slowing down and getting ready for the weekend. That'll do it. Track opens and clicks. Absolutely. This is a great way for you to see how effective you've been with your marketing. This is to see who is clicking on it, what they're doing once they click on it. So I would suggest always enabling this. Track opens and clicks. Yes. There we go. Now we can check out the newsletter preview. And what I've done, it was all in the design tab. Again, we covered that last week, but here's what we did. I put a little barrier or a little border right here. I titled it Your Source for Weekly Events. had a little place to click the link. This can go straight to your events page on your website. Another little barrier or border. And then weekly events. You can pick your week. You can title this whatever you'd like in the subheading, but I titled it weekly events from January 1st through 7th, so we know what's coming up. And these are fake events. These are tests, but your website, it'll automatically pull from your website. I selected the two most recent events, the two most upcoming events that we've got on our news. Yours will be different, but we have our test event coming up that has a cool lighthouse over here, and that is pretend it's January. This is pulling from our recent ones. We don't have a lot updated, but it's just pulling from our website. And the Riverfront Ramble, March 21st, 2018. So obviously these are outdated, but if we had updated events on our website, it would pull the two most recent ones because I've selected the two most recent. I could have 10, I could have 15, I could have 3, I could have 2. I've selected 2. And then I put another little barrier or boundary or border, and then I put another button, see more weekly events here. So you can see the top 2, and then you can click here to get to the next page. This will take it straight to your website, your events page on your website. You can also go up here and click on status, and you can see the last time it was sent, when the next run is going to come, how many subscribers there are. We currently have 0 subscribers in this list because it is a list I just created. And then you can import more stuff. So again, we'll click on save. And like I said, the last video that we released was about the design, but just so you have a refresher, this is a CPT. So what I did was, we'll hit cancel real quick. So what I did was I click and dragged this CPT right here. And then I went to, we want event posts. I want 2 of them. And then you can hit apply. I'm gonna hit cancel because I've already done that, but that's what we'll do right here. That's how it pulled these 2 most recent ones. Let's go back and I can show you another quick application for this. So we saw the events. I also created one for sports. So that's how you do design, remember, but now we'll go to configure. So this is gonna send out a sports newsletter for your local sports teams for the high school football championship game coming up, whatever it is, whatever your most recent articles are. I'll hit configuration and we will enable. And I've titled the channel Sports Fans Weekly Automated Newsletter. So this is going to go out to who? The sports fans. So we'll click on the sports updates test, and the subject is just going to be something along the lines of this week in sports. We want it every week, we'll say Monday at 7 a.m. That's how I've selected it. Again, if we want monthly, we can do first, third, and fifth Monday, as well as every other Wednesday. Whatever we decide, I think it's best for the weekly update to be sent to the sports weekly on Mondays at 7 a.m. Yes, track opens and clicks. And again, send us an email if you have questions about this section, the analytics section, to help you track openings and clicks. And go ahead and email us at ops@our-hometown.com. If you have questions, click save. And it's always smart to send out a test to yourself. So you can click on test and you can send it to a few people. And then when it's ready on Monday at 7 a.m., this one will send out. So that's what we have for you this week. Hope that was a helpful tutorial for you on the automated newsletters system. I'm looking forward to hearing how you guys have created your own newsletters automated, so you really get to set it and forget it. Create your own newsletter template and it will pull from your website. Just give it a quick glance over, see what it generated for you, and then go ahead and let it passively send out to your audience. I hope that helps. If you guys have any other questions about automated newsletters or creating a newsletter or anything newsletter related, feel free to email us again at ops@our-hometown.com. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys next time.